All right, guys, back for day 2 on Mission Impossible. We got Jerry down here with us today. I think first things first this morning, we're gonna go mining for some clay. After yesterday, I'm looking forward to having a dozer operator.
Oh, I guarantee it.
Not only do we got Jerry, we also hold the D4 in, maybe a little lighter footprint in the mud. That'd help us get down there. Also adjusted the fan belts on the 850. I don't know if you guys noticed yesterday, the fan belts on the old 850 were squalling just a little bit. First time we've laid wrenches on this thing in a long time, so pretty easy adjustment. Just this little bracket right here tightens those up. You want to see if this thing will fire up and our belts don't squall?
Yeah, you can't expect much when it was the first time a guy's ever had his butt on this dozer.
Hey, you didn't get it stuck.
This is true.
I'll give you that. See if this little girl will kick off. It's
We
gotta...
didn't want to dry this seat
Well,
off.
there's a reason why I asked you to start it, not me.
I brought what was needed.
It's a little cool this morning. I think this thing will kick off all right. It's usually pretty reliable.
Don't jinx yourself now.
There we go. Like I said, first things first this morning, we are on the hunt for some clay. My first choice, we right up here on this hillside. It'd be really close, really easy to get to. Come straight down in the ditch right there. I don't have high hopes for that spot. Our second choice would be up here on this hillside where Jerry's working. But I can see Jerry over there in the dozer through the fog. I can already tell he's on the struggle bus a little bit, fighting some mud, which is not necessarily going to be good for our calls either. Actually, where'd Jerry go? He disappeared. Oh, he's up behind that rock. So I'm going to go down here, jump the ditch. We're going to go up here and see what we can find. Whew. We're going to find a different route. That one almost turned out bad. So here's not looking a whole lot better. What a mess. What a mess, my friends. All right, this is test hole number 1 right here next to the ditch. This is where we're really hoping to find some good stuff. There's a little bit of some good stuff mixed in there, but see how that stuff just don't bond? It's just too gravelly. It does have some clay in there. It's also got a lot of sand mixed in with it and a lot of rock. I definitely do not trust that in the bottom of that ditch. That is no good, Mr. Parr. All right, that last hole we dug is back behind me. While we're in here, I'm gonna go up here in this corner here. Just try for dumb luck. Anything we can find here will definitely be closer than anything we find over there. I don't know. Big rock right there. Let's dig a hole here and see what we got. This is not looking good either. It's just real sandy and loose. You guys watching there, I'm taking it up here and shaking it out of my bucket. Just splats out. If it was good clay, it'd almost keep the shape of the bucket. There's a little bit down in there. I don't know if it's enough to do any good though. Let's see here once. way, but there's not enough here to go after, so on the next spot. Run that off. All right, this is test hole number 3. This is pretty much for sure what we thought we were going to have some really good dirt, and it's the worst out of all of it. You guys look, it's just sandy, got rock in it. It don't bond together. You get down here deep enough, you get into this gray shell clay, which that stuff's what's got us in trouble in all those dams in the past when they slide. That stuff is bad news bears, so pretty disappointing. We don't have anything to work with here at this point. We're basically down to one more spot to test, which is right down the hill here a little farther on the back side of the dam. At this point, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm a little bit concerned about what they actually built the dam out of. It may be good that they didn't actually hold water, because if the dam's built out of this material, that's not good. That's not good at all. So, let's go over here. The problem is now, we're getting far enough away from the dam that instead of pushing with a dozer, we may be hauling with a truck, and there's no good way to get a truck in and around here, so I don't know. Win some, you lose some. Get this hole filled back in, and we'll go see what we find. Mr. Millennial.
NY Millennial.
You're running out of property.
What'd you call this job?
Mission impossible. I think the impossible part's right. We're definitely on a mission. This hole here, there is actually a little bit of clay in there, but it's still not the right content. But there's just not enough of it here to warrant stripping all these trees off and mining it, because you get into this stuff really quick, and this stuff here is just bad news. It's just bad news. So let's scratch our heads here for a minute, see if we can come up with a plan. At this point, I'm really curious what this dam is made out of, so it's a test hole right here in the dam. See what kind of material we got here. Feels halfway compacted, that's good news. Alright, so looking down here in the dam, first couple passes, got some decent clay up there. Then we turn into this layer of sand and rock. Jerry, I don't know if this thing will ever hold water.
Yeah.
I mean, alright, before we just absolutely throw in the towel on this, I'm going to dig down here a little bit farther, but I don't like what I see at all, I'll tell you that much. Do not like what I see. You can just see how that's caving off. You can tell it's not compacted. There's no substance to that dirt. This is the type of dirt, once the water starts going through it, it'll erode it really quick, really bad, kind of liquefy it. You guys watch that dam failure up there in Michigan, the Edinburgh Dam, I think what it was. This is kind of the type of material they were talking about maybe being in there, where it just kind of, once it gets wet, it turns into liquid. You can see that it's the same stuff we've been digging out of all these test holes. There's just no clay content at all. Just nothing that'll allow it to seal into that. That's just sand. It's just sand down in there. You can't build a dam out of sand. At this point, I'm pretty confident, even if we fix that hole down there in the bottom, we're just going to transfer that problem over here to the dam. It's just going to continue to keep leaking over here. I really hate to say it, guys. I really hate to say it, but I think this one's going to be a lost cause. I just don't feel like it'd be a responsible move to try to get this thing to hold water for this dam to fail at this point. The deeper I go, it just don't improve. See, we come out here with this bucket. Got a little bit of clay in that one. And it's just not enough to do any good, I don't think. Go look again. What clay is down in there is that nasty old gray clay. I just don't. I don't like it. I don't like it. Jump down here in the hole so you guys can see a little bit better. If you can see, there's a lift right there where they pushed up, and that is just sand and gravel and nothing that's going to hold water. You go from here to here, we have some decent material. It's better, still wouldn't, it's borderline at best. If that was mixed with some really good clay, it would probably be fine. Come above it on the next lift. It's almost like when they tried to build it, you can just see how they alternated material up through there. Yeah. And that kind of comes true on around the wall here. I don't know, we're probably 10 foot in the ground right here, and I'm starting to see another sand layer show right there at the bottom. You see it, Matt? Right there. Right there. Another sand layer starting in right there. So I have no reason to believe, I mean, we're well below the water level here, so I have no reason to believe that I don't continue on down, which is not good news.
Piss poor.
Not good news. See, I could have saved you $15,000 back in the day and said, Matt, you can't build ponds and sandboxes. Jerry, after what I found up there in the dam, I told them I think their best option is to
just going to move.
Take the dam out.
I'll be darned.
You guys can see back over my shoulder, Matt and his wife are up there and discussing it. Obviously, it's not a good situation, but I think what we're talking about maybe doing is filling in this portion over here and giving them a spot to possibly build a pole barn or something. Mm-hmm. But there's
clean
just
everything up nice back up in here.
Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful spot up here. If we can, I mean, even if it don't have water in it, they can still do something with it. But I told Matt, even if you got this dam to hold water, there ain't nothing saying it ain't gonna sit. There's just nothing there to stop the water. So we'll let them make a decision and see what goes, I guess.
Yeah, because it's
just kind of a bad deal. Mm-hmm. Look at that. You're wearing the competition's shirt today.
I told you I had to get some heavier clothes out.
Look at that electric.
That's not
See,
good.
they can actually read that one. The one that's on the 120 is still upside down because
Oh.
so if you guys don't
So you
know,
want me to run this upside down?
no, for you guys that don't know, good friend of mine, Brett, him and his cousins own LBI, which is they're a big operation. Jerry works for them from time to time, but Brett is also the one that turned the 120 over, so that's why I keep his sticker on there upside down. If you guys haven't noticed that, so
I just work for them to get a sweatshirt now.
well, if that's all you work for, I can hook you up, Jerry.
Okay, all right. I'll put this back in storage then.
Sun's coming out, being a nice day. Nice day. I guess we just gotta decide what we want to do. We'll let them figure it out. We'll get a plan here in a minute.
There we go.
Well, Mr. and Mr. Millennial. That's a mouthful right there.
You said it slow enough.
I did. I had to, actually, it almost gave me a headache. I had to think about it there for a minute. Do we have a plan?
No.
Yes. We're getting a pool.
I think your worst fear has come true.
Yeah, I tried to build a really big pool and it's not going to work.
It's not going to work, sir. It's not going to work, unfortunately.
It's all Jerry's fault. It's
Jerry-
because he's wearing the LBI sweatshirt today is why it's not going to work.
All right, so you want
All morning, I couldn't find one.
to explain what the process is going to be?
Yeah, I spent a whole bunch of money to build a levee that we're going to tear apart. That's the process right there.
That is the process. So basically, where the machine's sitting at now, this half of the levee, we're going to push over here, fill in this part of the lake, give them, they kind of have the same problem we do. We live on a hillside here. We're going to give them as much of a flat area as possible for future basketball goal, volleyball court, and a pool. She's got big ambitions.
Yeah. That I have to build.
And then after that, the goal is to make that manageable. Is that a good word for it?
All of it.
Now you're pushing your limits.
That's manageable right there.
You're pushing your limits here, but we'll see what we can do.
That's manageable right there.
And Jerry, I think you're going to have to switch weapons.
I think you got to pull out the big sword.
All right, guys, we do got a plan, and the plan is basically to remove the dam and try to make something useful out of the dirt. So this end of the dam here is going to basically be pushed up over there where Jerry's at this point. Since I can't have a pond, they want an area for a pole barn, pool house, pool area, and a flat spot up here. So we're going to take all this dirt, go that way with it, compact it in lifts, try to get them something usable over there. Once we get that done, we're going to take this knoll up here where we know there's the good sandy dirt and kind of try to get this to where they can at least mow it or brush hog it or do something with it. Probably going to throw a lot of the stumps down in the ditch down there we dug out the other day, cover over them, let that water filter down through and drain out. Luckily, we got a natural drain in the bottom of the hole, so that's going to be good. So there is actually a pretty good little landslide over there and a lot of water coming out of that bank, so that's going to be fun. So Jerry's going to trade the D4 out for the 850, start moving dirt that way. I'm going to hop on the 120. We're going to start saving some of those rocks. We're going to save the overflow box, getting this all set up for him to start shoving dirt. And unfortunately, start going the other direction. It's going bye-bye. Mission Impossible has proved to be true. I just don't feel comfortable with this material holding water in this dam. It's just not a good scenario. Sometimes you gotta know when to cut your losses, throw in the towel, and admit defeat. I guess it's not really defeat, it's making the smart decision. That's how we're gonna say it. All right, Jerry's off the 850 doing his thing. Matt has actually, I mean, you guys went all out on this overflow.
I know.
It's a shame it never got used.
I had a great plan. Had the rock stack, jumping rock, swimming hole.
You're not bitter at all, are you?
Not at all. Today is going to require a little bit more bourbon.
I'm trying to be a therapist right now, but I'm not very good at that.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at that at all. All right, so we are going to try to save this box. I think we could possibly sell that to a future customer. What do you think?
I have a friend in need. Be a nice guy and help my friend in need.
Who's your friend?
Tom needs an overflow.
Oh, I'm like, he's got friends? I'm confused.
Just two.
What, Jerry and Tom?
There you go.
Tom and Jerry?
There you go.
All right, let's see if we can get that thing out of there and save it. And it'll live to see another day.
Yep.
There's potentially
Potentially?
some big and exciting things coming.
I don't want to hear his big and exciting things. Not right this second. Let's eat lunch first.
Oh, my timing's bad?
Let's eat lunch first.
I am getting hungry.
Thankfully, we're at my house, and my wife is an awesome cook, so lunch is going to be good today. It's sliding right up out of there.
Got it! Hey, there's some good clay.
A quarter bucket full.
We got the overflow out. Jerry's over there stripping topsoil. Matt's got these rocks lined up here along the edge. I don't think we want to bury these. They're actually some pretty nice rocks. We'll take these and kind of stack them over here. Out of the way. Might end up using them for landscaping or something at a later date. Definitely too nice of rocks to let go to the wayside. That one for later. How about this one? Definitely a change of events today. Hopeful day of fixing the pond to a dreadful day of destroying the pond. I don't know why I'm stacking these up for fun of them, I guess. Oh, watch out, little cat excavator over there about smashed it. All right, let me get these rocks moved. Stay ahead of Jerry, and then we'll jump down the bottom. All right, I got all the rocks stacked neatly up against the cliff there. Did take a few of the bigger ones. Actually set them up there, so we're gonna head down over the hill. Basically, at this point, we're in prep mode, trying to get this prep to get clean or filled back in. So head down over the hill here, kind of show you what we're gonna do in this ditch down here to get that going back the other way. Pretty much determined no matter what we do at this point, water is going to filter down through this crack or this ditch where we dug yesterday. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to throw a bunch of this brush down in here now. It's a good place to get rid of it. It'll also kind of create a little bit of a filter or a cage for everything to come down through there. Then that dirt on this side, which is pretty sandy, we'll probably bring down on top of it. But Matt had all this down here for fish habitat, and obviously there's not going to be any fish in here now, so we need to get rid of
it. Completely off the ground. The old 120 still got it. I think it'll always have it.
I got the stumps cleaned up on this side. You guys see Jerry up there on top of the dam stripping topsoil. It looks like the contractor did find a little bit of clay and attempted to line the inside of the dam here, but still not enough to make me feel comfortable to put water in this hole, even if we ever could get water to go in this hole. I'm gonna go around the other side of the ditch here if I can get through here without getting stuck. I should pay attention to what I'm doing. There's actually a huge pile of stumps. Oh, come on, track. Oh, come on, don't you do it. Come on, we've been through here once today. Oh, we're going down, folks. We're going down. We're going down. huge pile of stumps, and I don't know what right there. That's just an absolute mess. But we're in the process of cleaning up messes. So I guess let's get some messes cleaned up. Set you guys up over here and let you watch for a second, because this might get interesting. That's where I went through here earlier this morning. We didn't sink at all. It's not soft there. Not soft at all. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on, Draco. This is why I like having the boat. We're going down. Oh, no, not good. Not good. No, all right. Hold on. I need both hands. I can just get situated here. Oh, that's a big one too. Where'd that one come from? Goodness gracious. Cow. I need to go. Hang on. I need to go right there where that stuff come from. I don't know if I can make that turn. Suckered in the mud over here. Come on, Draco. Oh boy. Oh boy. We're going down. We're going down. Oh, we're moving. Come on. Oh, we're gonna make it. I think we're gonna make it. I think we're gonna make it. Watch out, tree. Oh, wowzers. I'm sure that was the best idea I ever had, but we're committed at this point. Well, we made it. For you guys thinking I was being a little bit dramatic there, what happens is, you see where it's slick right there? The bottom of a machine gets suctioned to the ground and you can't get yourself in or out of there to do anything. But I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab some of these stumps, kind of throw them right here. I'll actually walk out on the stumps and kind of dig my way back. You guys can kind of see how much of a jello mess that is out there. That is, everything we go to do just confirms that this pond needs to go bye-bye, unfortunately. I can't throw some smaller stumps down there. I'll try to take these, hoping I can get these up here somewhere where maybe Mackie, oh, don't you do that. Slick little booger. See if Mac can get a hold of those with a dozer and push them up where they need to go. First thing I gotta do is just get them up out of the mud. Probably just be buried where they're at, but I'd like to get them out of here so we know what we got. Well, that was quite the adventure getting that wad of stumps up out there. We did get them out. I'm gonna take and throw them up here. Matt should be able to grab them and take them over there and carry them off in the ditch. We'll probably take the excavator and do the final placement. Jerry's up there on top of the dam. He's getting fired back up. We just got done eating lunch. It's a dirt move, I guess. I don't know what Matt's waiting on. He's driving a D4, not a D8. If I get too many up there, he ain't gonna be able to push them. He's gonna have a mess.
I'm not gonna get in your way. I know how you are.
Stumps are so hard to push, they want to roll, so you gotta stay underneath them, but they get there. They get there. They'll make it. Sad to see up there, but Jerry has officially started pushing the dam in. Man, not even my dam, and I hate to see it go because it would have been a beautiful, beautiful place, but gotta do the right thing. You can see Jerry cutting right there, that dirt he's cutting. There is some clay on the inner layer here, but it's just not, you can see, I don't know if you guys can see right there, there's a spot right there where that sand's exposed. It's a bummer. Should be less friction that way.
Sorry, boss, I didn't mean to get it on top of the blade.
I mean, works out pretty good. It's like perfectly balanced up there. I don't know how, but it is. All right, we got some good pictures. We'll stop horse playing around. I don't know how, but it stuck up there just perfect. All right, that hole is cleaned up. We're gonna go over here on this side now and try to do something with this. Might as well go ahead and get all that stuff over here as well. I think it's a little trench through here so we can get in and out of here. Look at that material. There's no place for a pond, look at that. Quite a bit of material that's got to come through here. I'm gonna have Matt just come on through with a dozer and push a good bench in here so we can get in and out. Oh, back into my 120. This is the last section here. We kind of need to get cleaned out a little bit. There's actually a pretty decent little landslide right there. This is that nasty gray stuff. You guys can see how nasty it gets whenever it's wet. Not for sure what we're gonna do with that up there, but first things first, hopefully I can get all this stuff bunched up, get it set over here where Matt can grab it with the dozer, and we'll get it down in that ditch and get rid of it. We can't make it hold water. The least we can do is make it look pretty. And that's building that road. We'll go ahead and chunk these stumps down in that hole. That's hard to say. Say that 3 times fast. A little bit too steep right here for him to get any closer with a dozer, which I don't blame him. So we'll just take Traco and flow him down in there. Let him fly. That shot gives you guys a little perspective of how deep and vicious that ditch is. And Matt has got us pretty decent little road built. That clay there is not any good for anything though.
Crap clay.
Crap clay. We can start a spot to start a sandbox.
Yep.
So now we got that done. We're gonna go over here, try to get this area here cleaned up, and get it looking pretty that way. Whenever Jerry starts bringing dirt this way, there's nothing to bury or hide or any of that good stuff. So I'll put you guys up on time lapse for this one, I think. Give you a little ground level tour here. We pretty much get all that cleaned up. We didn't get every last little piece out of it because it's just not necessary. We got the main stuff out of it, but I did find something pretty interesting up here. I want to show you guys real quick. This whole section I'm standing on has kind of slid. I don't know if I can show you guys with my feet. You see how spongy that is? That is that material right there when it gets wet. Remember how I turned it, it's like it almost turned into liquid? See it coming down the ground right there? If you don't hear the piece of machine, it's just like a big sheet of jello. I'm afraid, and I'm very confident, that's what would happen to that dam if the water actually come up and filled it up. Because once it's saturated, that dam would turn into a big old thing of jello and possibly slide out or fail, and we do not want that. I've been watching Jerry up there pushing, and you can see from time to time he is still getting into that material right here, which is just not good. I'm not saying it's a guaranteed failure, but I'm not willing to take the risk on it. So come over here, I'll show you. We got most of our material debris down in the, ouch, about twisting my ankle there, in the ditch here. That all should cover up pretty nice. Basically acts as a filter for all the water going down through there, and so on and so forth. Not 100% for sure how this is going to finish out. Basically, we're probably going to take some of this knot, shove it back up that way, chalk that bank, make it to where Matt's got a chance to at least mow that and maintain it, and then obviously get as big a flat spot over there as possible. But Jerry's got ahead of us over there. He's got more dirt in there than what I like. Me and Matt are going to go around, try to get some lifts on there, get some compaction in that, and see what Jerry's got going on. He's a freaking animal up there. Found one way to fill your lake up.
With dirt.
Use dirt instead of water.
You're so funny.
Too soon for jokes.
No.
So, sitting here looking, it looks like Wayne, that's a pretty good clay over here, and you can actually see where he's got the crap dirt on the back side. But you get further across the dam, you can see show you guys what I'm talking about. This here is not horrible material. I wouldn't call it ideal, but it's not horrible. You guys can see right here, we're back into that stuff again. As you get farther across the dam, it's pretty deep right there where he's at over there. After seeing more of these dam exposed, I think you're making the right decision.
Yeah. Still doesn't feel good.
I know.
Uh-oh. Expert opinion coming up. He's unbuckling his seatbelt. Look out.
I feel like we're in trouble. I feel like we're getting there to go to the principal's office.
Yeah, because we're standing here doing nothing is why.
Hey, look how beautiful that looks over there. We got all that cleaned up.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see what the master says.
I'd like to get on the video and really talk things up, fellas, but I might as well get back.
he,
He never fails.
he just gave us a piece of his mind for the last 5 minutes. Most of that area up there buzzed off. It still needs to come up probably about 6 feet here, maybe 4 to 5 feet. Let's go 4 to 5 feet here. Probably about a foot up there yet, but we'll make sure we get some compaction on that before we get too carried away. I don't know for sure what he's going to do with it. And it'll be a while before he does anything. We'll make sure it's good to go if he does. That's a rock. Doesn't compact, but there is some decent clay in there. The farther Jerry gets in the dam, the dirt does get a little bit better, but there's just pockets of that. Not so good stuff. Not so good stuff at all. Get that all compacted and ran in. Not a pond, but it's starting to look like something. Come back over here. You can see as Jerry gets deeper, you get into this gray stuff. That is some clay. That's not the type of clay we're looking for. If you look right here, this is a little bit more like what we're looking for. See how that stays together? That'll seal off and hold the water. This stuff right here, don't do it. That's what it'll slide on, and this stuff here gets all slippery and spongy and nasty. Then you got this stuff over here, which is just not good for much anything other than fill. So dirt's just not here for the pond. The dirt is just not here for the pond. You see a few little spots. It looked like he tried to get that better dirt in the center of the dam, which was definitely a good call, but there's just too much not good dirt to do any good with it. So we're gonna run here for a little bit longer and see what we got. I believe we're gonna put another lift in up there. Just kind of studying this dam a little bit. Right here's where we dug our test hole at, and you can see there's definitely a lot higher concentration of the nastier dirt on this side of the dam, which would make sense because we dug our test holes right there, so they probably pushed that right up in here. Here is the moral of the story, guys. You've seen us repair enough ponds and build enough ponds, and you just can't take a dozer and shove dirt up. It just don't work that way. You got to pay attention. If we would have come in here to bid this pond and dug those test holes and seen that dirt, there's no way we ever would have built that levee. This is proof that that would have been the right decision. There is not enough good dirt here to make this seal off. Just forget about the holes in the bottom. The quality of dirt to build the levee is just not here to do it. You guys see from the dam slide repair, compaction is key. Type of dirt and knowing how to read the dirt is key. So if you guys are building a pond or you're looking to have a pond built, make sure you pay attention to that stuff, or whoever's building your pond for you pays attention to that stuff. And the last thing you want to do is end up in the same scenario as Matt here, is where we're trying to fix a pond and we're turning around tearing the pond out. Like you see right there on Jerry's blade, that is just not ideal material. But guys, we're going to wrap up here today. I think this video is getting pretty long. This video is taking a complete left-hand turn. We went from trying to fix this thing to destroying it all in the matter of about 7 hours. I'm hoping tomorrow, I'm debating on whether I want to bring the second 850, bring the 850J up here. It's actually on a job, a lake job we're going to start 40, 50 miles from here. It's going to be a pretty big deal to haul it in here, but we got a lot of dirt to move and I want to get this done the next day or two. So we may or may not haul it in here. Either way, we'll be back tomorrow to keep filling in and shaping and doing our thing. We're going to wrap her up here today. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give her a big old thumbs up. Make sure you don't miss out on what happens next with this Mission Impossible. Consider subscribing. Either way, guys, hopefully we'll catch you on the next one.